Is it the Morphling?
Dire team pick.
You're kind of speechless.
We're getting the same drafts. The same exact drafts are coming out.
The last game, I shouldn't have bought an axe, so we're gonna replay the game, and I'm not gonna buy an axe.
Yeah, maybe he'll go
Oh.
BKB this time.
10 seconds.
Was the Undying? Did they pick Undying here or the next pick?
I
No, they
believe.
picked Lash. No, they pick. Oh yeah, they picked Undying, then
Yeah,
Lash,
yeah.
right? Undying, Lash, and then Zeus.
Yeah.
Yeah. Undying, Lash, Zeus. Like these games, I think are just like games that they play for warm up, just to keep them in shape. Because otherwise, there's nothing for them to play until, God knows when. Like the games are taken in a very different kind of mindset. It's more about like keeping in shape, maybe trying stuff. It's not just about like trying to win the game. I mean, obviously they're trying to win the game, but they're also trying to do other stuff. Or maybe you could argue they weren't even trying to win the game. I don't know.
I won't argue that. I think every game, each team is always trying to win the game.
In a different manner, right?
Oh yeah, trying to
But
figure
they're
it out.
still trying to win the game.
Gaming's turn to pick Miranda.
This time they go Mirana, not a hero. We hear
the team that won the
zero.
last game doubts their own strategy in the last game. Says a lot. Or they just wanted to play something else. I don't want to play Undying carry anymore.
10 seconds remaining.
So Mirana is probably a position 4 hero, and Disruptor is the
5
position 5.
seconds remaining.
I've seen the hero get picked a lot recently after the buffs. Not sure how strong she is, but she seems a lot better now. Can't remember the change. You know what's the changes in the patch? On this hero? Oh, base attack. Oh,
Not off the top of my head.
2 base attack and the arrow damage.
Gaming's turn to ban.
Skywrath.
20 damage on the level 1 arrow. And extra 2 damage. Right. Oh, Lycan. Lycan's a good pick. Lycan is very good, yeah. It's really good against the Sky, the Ogre, the Morph, because you're trying to end the game.
10 seconds remaining.
Gives them a very sharp timing.
5 seconds.
I have like this weird feeling it's gonna be a mid Morphling, and we're gonna see a safe lane Void.
Let's just pick Lash again. Round 2.
Just get that ultra push.
Void Morphing, you serious? You want to take Greedy to the next level?
Yeah. I'm looking to go Greedy 2.0.
So you are like that guy who plays Elk and buys Midas and Battle Fury. Are you that guy?
Remaining.
I've never done that. I can truthfully say I've never done that.
Remaining.
That's probably one of the greediest thing you can do in Dota.
Jesus.
Midas, Battle Fury, Max Grio's Greed.
I might just try that today. See how much people start to hate me when I do that. So do you think that Newbee go to the Lash?
Dragon Knight, Lash. There's Death Morpher, right? Oh no, Death Morpher is banned. Dragon Knight, Lash, Mid Dazzle? Oh no, Dazzle's banned. Shit.
Last time I saw Mirana in the Chinese region, though, it was one position, so I'm kind of nervous.
Turn to pick.
Don't be. Relax. The Storm is here to secure the game. And the counter pick is here.
Select your heroes.
So Monkey against Storm Spirit. That's a pretty good lane for Monkey. I think. You can bully him because he's short range.
Yeah, mid monkey, safely Morphling. Offlane
Sky
Centaur.
gank mid, please.
Is
I mean,
Sky
Morph-
one that has to wait though, or are
Sec-
you still waiting for the catapult? Like the catapult
Catapult.
wave to make the rotation over mid?
I think if it's a kill lane, you can come earlier.
Mm-hmm.
And if your offlaner doesn't really like, there are a few criteria, right? It depends on whether the offlaner needs you, and it depends on whether the mid
10
has
seconds
at least some
remaining.
kill point. And the other thing is
5
the movement
seconds
actually
remaining.
good for? Is the movement good for you even though it's not you can't really kill? Because sometimes if you are just being there, you put a lot of pressure on the other hero, so he can't really last hit well, and you can't really do anything with your offlaner anymore. So you do that. So there's a lot of reasons on why you want to rotate mid. Morphing against Storm seemed like an easy lane for Morph. But I think the Storm should be able to farm also. I'm not entirely sure. It should be a trade, like 50-50 lane. But looking at the supports, Scaraf and Mirana both can turn the tide in the lane. Because if you land an arrow or a slow from Scaraf, Morphing or Storm has kill potential on each other, vice versa.
So you think Newbee come away with the 2-0? They've got some
Yeah.
mobility here. They've got the
I have my
eventually the
money
blink.
on Lycan. Oh no,
Have
no,
the
no,
money
sorry.
on
I have my
Lycan.
rares on. My rares are on Lycan.
I've put my Dragon Claw
I mean,
hooks on Vici.
if you're Scaraf and Ogre, right? You see this wolf running at you. You know
Prepare
you're
for
trying to
battle.
hug on your centaur. Please pop Crimson Guard, please. Then the Necrobook dispels you. Oh, I'm dead.
So it looks like he's going Helm of the
So
Dominator
this
to
game,
start.
he gets Orb of Venom, no boots. Maybe he realized.
I mean, it did work.
Okay,
They
so
did get 2
let's
kills to
look at
start.
let's look at what's the difference here. The last game he was laning against Zeus and Mars. This game he's gonna be laning against Mirana and Mars. So he thinks that he can actually hit them or kill them with a monkey. The last game he was laning with. Is that what he's thinking? That's why he got a boots instead.
30 seconds to battle.
I mean, sometimes I'm very interested in how the position of our players start their items because a lot of different players have different views on how to start your items with your hero, depending on the game.
Yeah, definitely.
Do you
the
play
matchups
position
make-
4?
4 or
play
5.
a lot?
Usually 4 more than anything. Just spamming Rubik.
The battle begins.
Ancient Apparition with a little bit
For
more
Ruby,
fun.
I guess you don't really have a lot of options right now, right? It's either you get boots or you get the headdress. You don't really do anything else.
Yeah, I like getting the headdress. It definitely feels a lot better in lane. And it feels like it's effective, especially if I want to play aggressively.
So when do you ever get boots? No, or you never ever get boots. It's always
Uh,
headdress.
It's mostly just headdress. I feel like I'm not working towards boots much.
Oh, arrow.
Arrow lands
Oh,
on
nice.
the Monkey King. They've got 3 heroes here, and they're gonna dive this tower. They want this first blood. They'll get it.
Oh,
Faith
what an
gets
arrow! Do you
first
see?
blood and-
He was behind the tower and he shot the arrow. That was such a good arrow. I think the monkey was not. His screen was probably on the right, so he wasn't looking on the left, and the arrow was coming from the left.
That's one of the things I definitely struggle with quite a bit is my screen positioning. Especially in a game like this where you're up against a Mirana where you need to be very aware of your surroundings.
Yep, especially. I think Mirana is the only hero you have to really look at the screen early game. I don't think there's any that requires you to do that. It's kind of annoying because if by default you don't have that habit, then it's very annoying for you.
DUI taking a lot of damage. Balance Strike comes in, but I think DUI might just be dead. Arrow comes in, Weishi gets the kill, DUI gone, and 2 kills already for Newbee.
Orb of Venom not working out against 3 people.
No, definitely not. And this pressure is not going to stop.
Okay, so let's look at the trade-off here. So Centaur is getting a free game because he's against a solo Lycan, and the Sky pulled the wave back. I think this is a good move. He wants his level 2, and he's gonna deny one wave. So he's still helping the Centaur, even though he's taking a farm, right? Because he's denying one wave. And he's gonna get his level 2. I think once he gets his level 2, he can look to TP bot if he wants vicious. Or the second thing he could do is gank mid, because there's kill potential on the Storm. So there's a lot of things he can do based on the game right now. It feels good when you have options as a position for.
Oh, arrow mid, Eurus. Electric Vortex, do they have the damage? Yes, they do. Wow, Vici on this Mirana, absolutely perfect. That must be a great feeling, and he's actually setting up, thinking about getting an arrow out again. Oh, actually, I think he just took out the big creep in that camp. Okay.
Radiant's courier has been killed.
Okay, now bot. He's going to go bot because Sky up is mid. Sky is... I think what the Sky needs to do right now is he needs to mirror the Mirana's movement. He needs to just like follow him and be like a moving observer. Because the Mirana, if you look at what he's doing right now, he's creating too much of pressure on the map. Like you can't see him, you don't know where he is, and everyone is very... So I think the Sky has to try to...
Ooh, arrow's gonna land again! Wow. Oh boy, and he's...
Okay,
he's
him
shifting
like
into the edge.
500 tip. Just tip him, man. Please. Gosh.
Get the kill on a Faith, but this
mean,
is
this why
disruption in both lanes.
I mean, this is why I'm stressing that the Sky has to mirror his movements, because the Mirana is like putting too much pressure on the map. He has to like just be that ward, you know. Like he's realizing it now, but the morphing already paid the price.
Oh my god!
What?
Arrow
Again?
hits on a Skywrath. Wait, she's playing out of his gourd right now. Oh, wow. He hasn't missed an arrow. He threw one arrow at the big creep in a camp, but that was on purpose.
He landed one arrow bot for first blood, then he landed another arrow bot for the kill on the ogre. Then he went mid, he got the morph. Then he camped and he went mid again. He got the morph again, and he camped and he waited for the Sky. And that's 5 arrows. All
that is some
another arrow. Okay,
efficiency. Great. Oh my god, they got the
Shit,
arrow and they'll kill
DUI.
DUI.
Kind of doesn't count because the mask set up for him. So you don't have to count this one.
I mean, it adds to the stats, and now you look as can you get the one on PYW?
Stats.
Arrows
so
landed
stats.
stats. Oh yeah, I mean,
okay, let's see.
I always love it.
Scarf is a
Leap.
fast hero.
He's got to lead him.
Oh, here comes the ogre.
He's hoping to get the kill on a PYW, but the concussive shot. Now with the salve as well as the clarity, Vici just needs to leave. He never throws the arrow, but ends up surviving. So if you can leave with your life, that's fine.
So you can never miss if you never throw it, right?
Yeah.
Keeping your stats.
Keeping yourself at 100% hit rate right now.
I'll keep count for you. Now it's 6 arrows. I'm just gonna look at this Mirana the whole game. But meanwhile, Catapult.
Oh, PYW dead to
Skyrock is
AQ.
So
Yeah,
top lane
he's
Centaur's gonna
early.
push the tower. He has his Vanguard. Oh my god, he's so fat.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Tower is down. Unless Vici is here to land an arrow. Whoops!
Did he miss it?
Yes, he missed.
He finally missed one, but I don't know if he's going to get this tower. Mugi, going into the Helm of the Dominator, do you like this before a potential Necro book?
Yeah, I think it's good. Beside
Get
him
it.
right now. It gives you the everything you need, the regen, the attack speed. It's just a good laning item.
Yang kind of standing still, and he'll go to the Stampede. He turns towards Vici. Now arrow, will we see it? Leap forward coming through. He's trying to set it up, misses that one, and now
my God.
3 heroes are here. They'll blow up the Mirana and get the easy kill.
Two misses in a row. What happened?
Stats don't lie. The percentage has gotten lower.
You are eventually going to miss, right? According to stats. Is that correct?
Yeah. I mean, every shot you take, you can hit, but I guess you get the other side of the coin, you can miss. And you can't miss until you take that shot.
Oh, another.
Well, I think he missed.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
To
Missed
steal his
again.
creep.
That's 3 in a row. Does it count? I don't know. Statistics-wise, I feel like that's a Nahas question. Does hitting the creep, stealing it away from the Morphling, count as a positive arrow? Because I feel like that's really what you're looking at. It's positive arrows and negative affecting arrows, not
And
hit
here comes
and miss.
AQ. He's leaving the lane for his support to take some XP. Moving bot to pressure.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
AQ in. And now DY in trouble. They've got the electric vortex. They've locked him up. They'll get the kill. And this is 8-2. And I know the net worth lead says it's aiming towards Vici, but it feels like so much pressure from Newbee right now. And I think I feel like the game's going better than where the net worth's at. But I look at the Lycan and the Mars.
BG have an extra tower. That's why there's a goalie. One extra tower.
Might get the
Here
kill
comes the Spire.
onto the Mars. Mars on the run. Doesn't have an arena to throw, but the God's Rebuke comes in. They'll get help
here
from
comes the wolf.
Mugi. And Ori now needs to run, but he gets help here with the Fire Blast coming out from DY. Right clicks are not onto this Monkey King. He actually focuses his attention over onto the Ogre. Can he at least get the kill onto the Ogre off screen? Because we're looking over at the other side of this fight where they get Wizard and Fate. Pretty sure they just ingested a bunch of gold too from
Radiant
the dominated creep and those wolves. Because somebody got a plus 200 on that.
is under attack.
Alright. Let's see if Storm can actually get the kill on this send. Yes, Invis. They need one more hero. Okay, here comes Disruptor. They definitely need 3 people for this. Not sure if they can even kill him though. Storm doesn't have full mana. So if they land the arrow, that's like what, 300 damage. Remnant.
Alright, let's see if he gets this. Oh,
Okay,
Arrow
never
I
mind.
think was tanked. That didn't hit Yang. And they still are looking like they can get this kill. They've got the glimpse, brings them close, but the hoof stomp comes in, and now AQ's the one in trouble. He might need to start to retreat, but here comes Ori, and he'll get the kill on the AQ, trading their lives. And they're going to get the Mirana too. Wait, she gets run down. That is problematic. It was the Dark Troll Summoner that ran in front of that arrow that made that entire
I
engagement
think so.
last longer.
Okay, so runes, outpost 1 apiece, runes probably 2 apiece.
Dire are scanning.
So we don't see that advantage with the 2 outposts immediately. Ball lightning under the tower. The Fire Blast hits on the AQ, but he's got the Electric Vortex. DY in trouble, easily killed, and they're also going to take the Tier 1 tower over bottom, which was, we were
Doesn't
saying, was
really
the
matter.
split between
Bottom tower has
the net worths of these heroes.
He's just there to take the XP, whatever XP you can get. And Mirana, that's a good job, kills the catapult. So prevents our Radiant from pressuring the tower mid. Oh, they still want to pressure the tower. They can actually, they can actually kill. Okay, Centaur is here. Now the tower is still gonna die. But can they get the arena here?
We've got the arena on the 2. Spear lands onto the Centaur. They also got the
okay, that's
arrow
so
out onto the Morphling. So far it looks
That is
okay,
so
but
good.
the Mystic Flare is down on the AQ. They get the kill onto the Storm once again.
So Centaur would not die. What a play.
The trade on the PYW, they look over at Yang. They've got the Wolves chasing as well as the Glimpse. Bring him back. The Spear pushes him actually further away from the team, but it's isolating him from the rest of Vici. So Yang ends up dead, and it will be a 2-for-1.
Yeah, but still, like a small little play there that blocked the arrow so the Centaur could get his stun off and Skyrock landed his ulti on the Storm. At least they killed 1 hero in return. Yep, and right now, state of the game, Ogre's trying to get his boots. He has his boots right now. Level 5. He doesn't really need the levels. It's all about ensuring the Morphling has enough space to farm, and the rest of the heroes are just gonna do their thing to create some space on the map. Either push out the creep waves or just try to get some kills. I think they want to try and get this area so the Morphling can go in and farm that side. Not the best target to get the Disruptor. Not sure if they can get anyone bigger here.
Storm
The Disruptor,
behind
he
him.
knows the gang is coming. He's like
Boundless
just
strike.
You look at what he was. Yeah, you look at what he was doing. He was actually just walking left, right. He was just standing on the. It was actually a really good play. He's expecting the move to come top because Radiant, you want to go top and take over there, and he knows that he's called someone to farm around there, so he's just there. He doesn't have anything to do, so he's just there to break the so the storm can keep farming.
Wow. So that's the most tactical of feeding. Because
Yeah,
it's
he already predicted them. Because he wasn't doing nothing but just waiting on the high ground there at the entrance. He knew the smoke was coming. And then right now, Newbee is gonna move into the Radiant jungle here. This is what you would do as Dire. And let's see if Vici is gonna defend this area. They have the Centaur morphing here. Do they have TPs on the heroes? Monkey has TP, Ogre has TP. But they decided not to reclaim the area. Oh no, never mind. They are trying to bring their supports to the bottom lane to defend this area. This Centaur is like so strong, you know, they can't really touch him. If they touch him, they will lose the fight. As long as the supports are nearby. They have to fight away from this Centaur. They can't do anything to him right now.
Radiant are scanning.
Storm has Kaya now. Lycan has level 1 Necrobolt. Can they get the glimpse? Wow, he actually... What? He has 1 point in glimpse, 2 point in kinetic. Is serious?
You definitely want that longer range on the glimpse. Got the arena down, the spear comes out onto the Centaur once again, but they followed this up onto the Monkey King. They get the kill on Ori, and the Ignite comes out onto a bunch of these heroes with the multicast happening, but it's really not followed up with anything except a Stampede to retreat and leave.
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Oh, I think he needed to TP on the tower behind, not the first tower. I felt like the Centaur or someone else could have TP'd. Probably Centaur or Ogre could have TP'd in front, but the Monkey had to TP behind. They definitely could have defended the tower if all the small details are done correctly. Monkey has to come in from behind, set up with the ulti, and then whoever they jump on, he just pops his ulti there and they just take the fight from. I mean, once the Monkey dies, the fight is literally over. They were kind of lucky that they only lost 1 hero. I thought the Centaur was dead for sure. But it was way too farm, so he had a lot of items. And bounty rune suit. So should be set. I might be able to steal one to the bottom lane.
I feel like the positioning is really important on the Monkey King in terms of getting into these fights and dropping down that ult, because we've seen that interaction tonight with the Mars on the other team, or even the Mars on his own team, where if an arena comes out at the wrong time, and that could be a big problem.
Yeah, until he has BKB, that's gonna be a problem. Storm. PYW was waiting for him to show up so he could kill him. It's a really good move there by this guy. Just waiting. He knows the Storm wants to farm like the small camps on the. Like, he was just waiting there. It's a bit too greedy from the Storm, paying the price.
What do you do if you're Storm? You're just getting blown up right now, time after time with the Mystic Flare.
He needs to take the safe side. Like he pushed the wave and he needs to go back and farm. Like go towards the safer side to farm. He can't really farm. Like again, this is the line, right? This is the map. If he's out of the line, it means that he has a very high chance of dying.
Spoil that shot.
There might even be an offset. The Dire doesn't have sentries, so he doesn't know. He's just pretty much taking a chance. So they're gonna are they going to try to smoke here? Yes, they are. Lycan has
Mugi's got that Necro 3
on whole time. They see the Monkey, right? Yeah, he's dead.
Ball Lightning, and Ori should be able to get this kill. They've used the Stampede. They've gotten the Glimpse back, though he gets out of the Static Storm, and now Wukong's comes out. That's the arena down. This is bad here for the side of Newbee. They only lose the Disruptor. They get the kill into 2. They look over at Yang. They've got him slowed up thanks to the Necro Creeps as well as the Spirit Vessel on him. The stun comes in from the Centaur War Runner. or the Centaur Conqueror creep, and they get the
Wait,
kill.
never mind. They look
to-
bad from the start.
Yeah.
Because they missed their spells. But
Yeah, that looked
they
like it
kinda
was gonna
baited
go
the-
way poorly.
They kind of baited the Radiant team. Oh wait, we can actually take the fight, and then they turned around, they went in, and they lost even more heroes.
I think it also looked like it was going to set up a little bit better from Vici because the Wukongs came out, maybe the arena. It looked like a very condensed fight from Newbee, but they got the kill into the Monkey King
and
quick
you can
enough.
see like the disruptor casting the glimpse early because it was a level 2 glimpse there, so he was quite worried. But it worked out for Newbee, and they get the Aegis on Storm Spirit right now. Almost has his Bloodstorm. That's great. Oh, and Morphing just pop him from here. Full to 0. Does he have damage? No. I thought he would at least try to pop his Aegis there. And TP up.
There's been a trend that I had been watching with Morphlings that it had come to Morbid Mask into the E-Blade, but the last few games we've seen the Morphling, they haven't even gone to the Morbid Mask in between the E-Blade. Is there a
Kinda
reason
like
for a
the
switch like that?
bottle build. I kind of like the bottle build because the mana regen is like quite useful for you, and especially right now where a lot of players they're choosing to max the waveform first. So having the bottle early helps you farm faster.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant structures.
Oh no, you hear the dogs, yeah?
A little bit, but I have a dog of my own, so it doesn't bother me.
Dire's bottom tower
It's not actually my dog, it's my neighbor's dog, so I'm not at fault.
Dire's
Can't discipline that dog.
under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
So,
basically,
now,
right now the state of the game is like a bit similar to the last game, where it's all about the morphing. But this time, the Dire team has a much better late game compared to last game. It was what plus a carry and dying the last time. This time they have a Lycan and a Storm.
Dire are scanning.
definitely
no, there's no
feels like
Monkey
there's
King in this fight. There's
not
no
as
Monkey
much
King in this.
pressure.
They want to take this fight? Serious? Oh, it's so risky. Okay, good, great. They're getting up.
They TP out instead.
Yeah, they need to finish the BKB on Monkey. They shouldn't really look to take any fights now. Push out the crit waves. Maybe the supports can go and try to do some stuff on their own. Break some spokes, feed a little so you have space to farm. And they also need the BKB on the morph.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
I mean, otherwise he just dies in the fight very easily to any of the stuns.
Hopefully he's learned his lesson. BKB
Go
on
Ags
the
this
morph,
time?
don't go Ags.
Dire's middle tower is under
I think there's not as much pressure on Newbee to finish this game this time too. Like, they do have the options with the Storm later and the Lycan, like you said, so I feel like there's not as much pressure. I thought in the first game that Vici had more than a chance to really bring it back, and I think that there wasn't as much pressure on Vici for the reason that they had the Morphling, and I thought the BKB would have been the right choice, and so did you, but this game I think there might be more pressure on them to have more of a perfect defense and maybe try to pull back this net worth deficit.
But they have really good high ground defense this time also. Monkey King plus the... Actually just Monkey King. The rest of it. I mean, Centaur in front, Monkey King behind. It's pretty decent. I mean, once Monkey King has the BKB, it means that he can just stand in the arena and fight. And the Lycan, you can't really fight him in the arena because you lose all your summons and whatever. It's gonna kill everything. So Monkey King is like definitely somewhat of a counter towards the Lycan.
And he's almost got that BKB
On who? Oh, Monkey.
on Monkey King, yeah. He's just about got it finished. And then you got the Morphling, so like the timings could work out where they've both got their 10-second BKBs going into the next fight, depending on how quickly Newbee starts to put pressure on and look for something. Arrow comes in as well as the Electric Vortex. That'll stun up the Centaur, but it doesn't look like they're going to commit to follow this up.
I actually feel like he can just build a Lotus next, He doesn't really need to buy a...
under attack.
Like, his job is pretty much like just standing in front, this Centaur.
Yeah, the initiation's good, but having the Lotus Orb could be even better. I think it's much better for not only yourself but your team as well. And the Blink Dagger, you've already got a Monkey King who can go in. Arrow gets pushed back because of the spear, so misses the arrow. They've got the Static Storm down. He's still surviving through all of this. Can he get away with just sitting in the Static Storm this entire time? And yes, he can.
Like they're so scared of like they have this lead, but they're so scared of like diving on top of the Monkey King ultimate. That I think that was the correct call. If they would have forced the engagement, I think they would have just got crushed. Maybe they kill the centaur, but they're gonna lose. I think for now they're kind of like you said, they have better late games, so they are happy sitting back and farming, waiting for the next Roshan will give them Aegis and Cheese, and the Storm will have his BKB as well by then. It's gonna put them in a really good position, so there's no need for them to rush.
Originally, I think Storm was looking for an Orchid, but he switched off that. He went from the Bloodstone into the BKB instead, and I think that's like a big difference maker.
Safety. If you get the Orchid, it means that you have more solo kill potential. I guess on the supports, or maybe even the Morphing, you can kill him before he E-blades himself, and you can't hit him. But I think overall BKB is a solid choice here.
Yeah.
Like he can always go back for the Orchid after.
And that's what it looks like he just queued up, is that Orchid.
Because I think this build isn't as bad as before, because you get damage from Bloodstone.
Well, Lightning still spot the Skywrath, and it's a very easy kill. They might even get a +1 out on DY. The chase is on, and they've got the kinetic field as well as the spear. Down goes a second, and it's a 1-2 punch.
Stone charge. Thank you very much. Morphling almost has BKB. The magic I. This time, even with the BKB, I don't know if they can come out and win a fight. It feels like they're gonna need more because the Morphing doesn't have a huge amount of damage apart from the combo, the E-Blade into Adaptive Strike. Like apart from that, I don't think he can really kill anyone that easily with right. So he's gonna have to farm like even more this game. But the monkey is definitely keeping up in pace with items.
Kinda. I mean, he is down by.
They just need to make sure they fight the next rush. I think they have to defend. Like nothing else matters right now apart from defending the next rush. If you can give up, I mean, they don't even have towers anymore to give up. But it's gonna be about the rush, securing a high ground vision or putting yourself in the pit if you're dire, and then you fight. You have to fight on top of the Wukong's command. That's something Vici want happen.
Seems like right now it's kind of just both teams waiting for that Roche to come back up.
Yep,
Newbee's
it's gonna be just a dance.
They've got
Radiance on the
smoke,
left,
yeah.
Dire's on the right. Roshan spawn, everyone fights at the Roche.
And they're gonna smoke up his 5.
Smoke. Arcane Rune.
Yang.
Alright, that's why they're smoking.
They'll go get him. They've got the arena. The ball of lightning comes in, and let's see what else they can get, because Morphing's going to commit to this as well as the Wukong's command coming through from this Monkey King. Ori's still within it. They get the kill onto PYW. That's going to be 2 heroes dead. Now make it a third with the Ogre Magi dropping. This is really going poorly for Vici. Ori now in trouble. They bought back on both the Skywrath as well as the Centaur. Pop the BKB so he doesn't get pulled back by the Glimpse, and they'll have Roche to be theirs.
Oh, he's up. Roshan. Yeah.
There it is. A perfect gift.
They have to go and fight. They have to go. But they're not even gonna try, right? Yeah, I guess they don't have BKBs or more than Monkey. Oh, this is tough now. Aegis and Cheese on Storm. Hey. Tough game.
Yeah, it's also great execution coming in from Newbee. They're doing a really good job. We saw the Storm go to the back lines, take out both supports. They honestly just ignored the Monkey King. He threw down the Wukong's command and they fought around it. And once AQ got behind him, you know, wasn't stuck in that Wukong's or anything really not too bad.
I think this game is like a good example. Remember the little discussion I had with you about the position 5 hero? If you're playing like some ogre, you're gonna be very useless in this kind of situation. Whereas if you're like a disruptor or like a caught Phoenix, Wyvern, you're gonna be like somewhat useful. Even though you have a weaker laning phase, but you provide more in this kind of scenario.
Yeah,
that's why I don't really fancy the ogre pick so much here. I know you fancy it.
He's fun to play when you're in your pubs, but yeah, you can see how he heavily drops off and it becomes a big issue. And the Electric Vortex out onto Eurus will pop the BKB. Now they'll turn for the rest of the heroes who are left behind. Spear gets thrown at DY, who tried to TP out. Can they get into these trees? They've got the glimpse. They'll bring him back as he TP'd back to base. He comes back over to the side of Newbee, and they get the kill onto the Ogre. And yeah, you know, I like playing the Ogre, but here it just, you know, of course, he's giving you the Bloodlust. That's great. And he's a stun, but like you're saying, there's so many more effective position 5s that do so much more later on.
When you say he has a stun, you know, sometimes he doesn't have a stun. It's not even like that reliable. Because the range is so short for him. So I would not put his stun in the actual reliable stun category.
And honestly, it feels like he falls off so hard, and it's not something you normally talk about with 5 positions, but he's definitely a big example. You know? Yeah, you gotta go to the Midas. You gotta get that 4 times multicast coming through the jungle and take over the game.
Oh no, I'm giving you bad ideas now.
Queue for the hard support and ranked roles, and that's what you do. Ball aiming forward. There's the Electric Vortex as well as the arrow coming into the Static Storm. Morphling in a lot of trouble. They look like they'll get the kill here on Eurus, and they will. He's gone for 70 seconds. He does have buyback. They'll go into the back lines to get Faith. They'll take the Disruptor, but he already dropped down the Static Storm, so that's really all he was needed for. Buyback from Eurus. They'll back off out of the Wukong's command. The chase won't come from Vici, but Newbee are happy with that. They lose a Disruptor for a buyback on the Morphling.
I think they managed to glimpse the centaur back. That's why they couldn't chase. No stuns. That was again. I think he got a bit too cocky there. He thought he couldn't die when he was in the mass form with the bug wall. But he just got bursted down from one Electric Vortex and the stuns and the arrow. Full to 0.
This is really just going poorly for Vici from all aspects of it, and I think I was talking to you maybe off camera, or not on camera, but you know, in between games, talking about how this is a Newbee that we haven't seen in a long time. You know, there's Newbee fans out there who still watch VODs of the TI they won. You know, hoping that one day that this is an organization that would regain that glory of being towards the top end of the Chinese, you know, tier. And this is certainly to go 4-0 potentially over Vici in one day. It puts you in the conversation. It puts you in the conversation of being one of the better teams in China.
They definitely look a lot better right now compared to like the last whole year.
Balance Strike comes in as well as the Mystic Flare onto the Mars, but he's able to survive with the BKB being popped. They'll get down the arena. They'll take out PYW, and now Wizard starts to run. Is already doing a lot of damage onto the Mars. They back off. The Wukong circle was down, and well, now they can start over once it's gone.
They still have the Static Storm combo, and there's no BKB.
Blink, Hope Stomp lands onto the Mirana, as well as the Waveform coming through with the BKB being popped by Eurus. They'll get the Konoishi, but on the back lines, Ori doing some damage onto AQ. They get the first kill out onto the Storm Spirit. He'll respawn in just a second, but they've got 3 heroes already dead. They'll buy back on the Monkey King. They'll look over at Eurus. He bought back in the previous engagement. He's silenced up, hit with the spear, and dead. Gone and GG. Newbee have successfully won the BO6. They take 4 straight games over Vici in what could be a season-turning day for Newbee.
Great
Very
drafts, great
impressive.
plays. Not sure about the last game. I mean, it worked out. Maybe they knew. Carry on dying. But this game definitely they have a very solid all-round draft that ticks a lot of boxes. They have decent team fight. They have some catch. They have late game. They have good lanes. Just a very solid all-round draft. And going back to what you said before about Newbie having this, flash of the past in this roster, it feels like they were able to play at somewhat at that similar level when they were winning a lot of tournaments. I think they have kind of found like the right balance around their players right now. You see Mugi, he is like in and out of retirement in this team. Oh, I can't play. I take a break. But right now, everything seems like it is where it is supposed to be for them.
Yeah, and this is what's so great about these leagues that show up for the Chinese region, where you've got your DPLs, your CDAs, your CPLs. Like, there's 3 leagues going on right now for China: ESL, CDA. You've got Chinese Pro League Season 2 starting. Then you've got DPL Season 7 starting. There's going to be four leagues going on for China all at the same time. And it's, having these more official scrims, I guess I could call them, between all these teams that really gives you that opportunity to not only build as a team, but the entire region gets built up. And it's one of the reasons that a lot of people are looking forward to the regional system, because they've seen a region like China do this for years, and they've always been consecutively towards the top, or consistently towards the top. And Newbee showing that they might be able to find themselves a resurgence, and hopefully it's not just a flash in the pan for them. I mean, this is a really good performance.
Took them a long time though. Like, this is, if I'm not wrong, it was like already 2 years they've been like trying to switch around players.
Yeah,
I know that they've been playing with different kind of players from the start.
well, they had dropped Faith. Faith had made his own team with Typhoon Esports.
Then he came back.
And then he came back. They were playing with a guy whose name was Cat Feces or Cat U. He was on there. Yeah, his name was originally Cat Feces, and I believe they had him change it. It was one of the most hilarious names in Dota. But he was playing the 4 position. They got rid of him, and their current 3 position Wizard, aka Alwyn, he was playing for Newbee Young. Like, this is a mixture of like all the Newbee teams coming together to, like, because they had Newbee Young, Newbee Miracle, Newbee Boss, Newbee Mr. Game Boy. Like, they had like 5 different rosters that they were running under the Newbee brand, and now this is like what they've put together from all those teams, and it's finally starting to click. This roster's been together. Faith is back for a couple months now, maybe like the better half of a year. So maybe they're starting to finally put it together.
Yeah, the play has been really impressive so far. From the games I've watched today and in the other tournaments, I think this team definitely has a lot of potential. There's a lot to prove for them right now.
Yeah, so we'll see if Newbee can hold it throughout the Chinese Dota Association League Season 1. We'll be back tomorrow with Sparking Arrow Gaming against PSG LGD in the first series, and then eHome against Ocean, and I forget who it is who owns Ocean and Blaze, but I think it's Zhou is the owner of those teams. I'm not certain. It escapes my mind right now, but they made it through the open qualifier past CDC, which has Ame on it. So they have potential with them as well. So we'll see those series coming up tomorrow. It's been our first day covering CDA, and we'll be back again in just under 18 hours. So hope you guys have a good night, have a good afternoon, eat your dinner or eat your breakfast, wherever you guys are over the world. We'll see you guys later. Have a good one.